Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your December 2017 overview reading. This is good for you if you are a sun, moon, or rising Sagittarius. I always recommend that people watch all three, but just to get a full picture, you can kind of see what else is going on by watching the other videos. And I also wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who is liking, sharing, subscribing, and a big thank you to everyone who works with me one-on-one or does single question readings. I absolutely appreciate you, and this channel would not be possible without you. So I just thank each and every one of you for supporting my work, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know if it resonates. All of that good stuff. I love to hear from you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with an angel card. What's coming through for December for Sagittarius? What do they need to know? Here we go. Okay. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. Okay, so this doesn't exclusively mean physical space, although it can. If you're in the process of moving, that can totally be the case. But this could also be a promotion within a company. It could be moving to a different department. It could be a transfer to a different location. So think a little bit beyond just the place of living or employment. It can expand into other areas as well. And then we also have dreams. Dreams are, well, I don't actually agree with this, so I'm not going to read it. But the message, the message that I will say is that if you're looking for some insight that you may not be able to get or work things out in present Earth time, then it's a good idea to set an intention before bed and just see if anything comes through during the night when you guys are asleep. Okay, and then if you watched me last month, you know I asked for feedback on whether or not you wanted timelines, and I found a happy medium because I got mixed reviews on what people wanted. So I'm doing a timeline, but it's not about your environment. This is exclusively about your growth period, and so these are reading as advice cards, just so you know. Okay, and let's go ahead and see what's at the core of the spread. We have Six of Chalices. So this is, with this deck in particular, this is about luxury, self-care, really sinking into your own ability to take care of yourself and making sure that you are prioritizing yourself this month. Especially, you know, for those of you with birthdays, happy birthday. Make sure that you're treating yourself and taking care of yourself, whatever that looks like. I would definitely take some time to give yourself a present. Okay, so the crossing card, we have Ace of Chalices. So it just looks like you really do have an overflowing amount of energy. So the one thing here that, even though this is at the core of the spread, which is great, I would also say look out for people who kind of want to drain you. That's the one thing. When we have lots of energy, a lot of the time we can attract people who kind of want to take that from us. So make sure that you are being a little more conservative with who you're giving your energy to. It's always a good idea for the sake of you know, taking care of yourself. Okay, and the energy that's shifting out, we have Page of Wands. This looks a little bit angsty. So this is definitely you. If you can see, like, there's a figure that's kind of thrashing around. And so this just looks like some of that angst is shifting out and you're coming more into some introspection, self-care. It looks like the energy is calming down, really sinking into nesting, taking care of the home. More domestic stuff is going to be coming up during the winter months. or, you know, depending on which hemisphere you're in, but during this time of year, it's becoming more domestic from the looks of this. And what we have coming in is 10 of Swords. So this is the need for you to let certain things go. This is going to be a deep transformation. I'm going to go ahead and clarify it because I know a lot of people are afraid of the 10 of Swords. But this just means that something is going to need to be purged. Okay. 3 of Coins. So this looks like it could be work related. So where it says a move to a new place of employment, that's what this is screaming. Like, oh, you're going to need to shift. Something you're doing in work is going to need to change. This is a work card. This is getting things done, building. Even if you stay at home or work from home, this is about re-strategizing and trimming the fat of what no longer serves you. So however that looks for your particular situation, there needs to be a change. But this card kind of confirms that it's work-oriented. Okay, and your goal for the month, we have 8 of Chalices. This is you being able to see through all of the chaos that, you know, has in all of the baggage from the past. And so you're really looking for a fresh perspective on how you're able to see through all of the stuff that's going on around you. And it's kind of like your own way of discovering truth within a situation, even if it's uncomfortable or highly emotional or anything like that. So you're looking for that change in your insight and the way you look at things. So just that's a really great position to have the 8 of Chalices, and it looks like you'll be able to do that. But the advice is introspection, get clarity within yourself, and that's also going to help this situation as well, this change in work and the way you do things. Okay, in the subconscious, we have the Empress. So really, it's funny because I wanted to touch on this when I pulled the 6 of Chalices. It is about owning your femininity. If you can see, like, this card just reeks of femininity in the best way possible. And so drawing on more of that yin energy is going to be truly, truly healing. And the Empress sitting in the subconscious is kind of a testament to that. And so make sure that you are, you know, seeking female friends, that you're getting support from the really powerful women in your life. And it just looks like a good time to really own that part of yourself. And again, I'm speaking about things outside of gender. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the yin. Okay, the advice for you this month is the Magician. So this is owning your ability to create, owning your strengths, and understanding that a lot of what you're able to make happen comes from your own intentions. The external environment, we have 8 of Pentacles. So this is, again, you working really hard. And that's why there is such a need for a break, for self-care, for making sure that you're keeping your energy stores full. Because anytime we see cards like the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, there's always that risk of burnout. And so it looks like if you wanted to burn yourself out, you would have the environment to make that happen. But what I'm getting is that you're definitely going to sink more into self-care. All right, I shouldn't say definitely, but it looks like that this is the right time to do that. You know, and these two things are related. Perhaps it's like someone's pushing you really hard at work and you're like, I can't take this anymore. And so you realize something needs to change. And this is just confirming that these two things are connected. The other thing is just like you have a lot of things to get done. December is extremely busy for a lot of people. And so this is one of those times that people do experience burnout more so than usual. Okay, the hopes and fears for the month, we have the Six of Wands. You're looking for victory. You're looking for things to go your way, to move forward into something healthier, something better, just kind of pushing forward with your goals and ideas. But this can also be scary because you don't know exactly where you're going to land. Again, this goes back to if you are changing places of employment, that can be scary starting over. Or trying a new strategy when you don't know if it for sure works. That can be really challenging as well, or nerve-wracking, I should say. So where you end up at the end of December, 10 of Wands. Okay, see, this is what I referred to here with the burnout card. So let me clarify. Because it looks like something's got to give. The 10 of Wands is all about, it's not sustainable in the long term. You can't, keep going with the 10 of Wands for a lifetime. So at the end of December, we have the Sun. So it's one of those things that you can remedy, but it's about, looking forward. And the advice, we have the Magician. Your ability to manifest whatever you need is possible, and the Sun is telling you that. It's, if you need something, all you have to do is ask. So if you have too much on your plate, then you need to ask. You need to affirm things to go your way. And I mean, even the slightest thing, like if you overbook yourself, just asking, man, I really need some of this time freed up for myself, and like cancellations will happen, or schedules will shift around, or people will reschedule with you. That stuff happens all the time. So just make sure that as you go through December, you're really asking for what you need. And I'm also going to clarify the Magician as well. Just for like a secondary advice card, I feel like you guys kind of need that right now. This doesn't look dangerous or scary. It just looks a little bit overwhelming. Son of Cups. Yep, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay, because this is also sinking back into that femininity and making sure that that is a priority, because it's really going to alleviate this 10 of Wands pain point or intensity. It's really going to alleviate that if you're able to make this a priority and you're manifesting space, time, and resources to practice self-care. Now let's go ahead and get into the timeline. So the first quarter growth period, we have standstill. So this just looks like you're grinding really hard. And this is kind of that energy of, with all of the other context that I have here, it looks like spinning your wheels in the mud is where you kind of start off the month. The clarifier for that, again, 8 of Coins. See, working really hard. We have this is the same card down here as well. But this is just about, not really moving forward. Maybe you aren't getting promoted the way you want to, or they're not putting you on the right track, or you're not moving forward with things that maybe goals that you set earlier this year. So it just looks like you're really at a standstill with your work, whatever your profession or life work is, even if that's parenting. Parenting is included in all of this as well. Okay, the second quarter growth period we have is conflict. You figuring out how exactly you can achieve balance and congruency between your heart and your mind. And so the Temperance. So finding balance is the medicine here. And again, this just goes hand in hand with burnout, overworking, being really depleted. This just means that you need to find little moments, little ways where you can really be sitting in the 6 of Chalices or the Ace of Chalices, where you can be there. It's like this is the medicine and the struggle simultaneously. And so with Temperance here, that's like the medicine for the conflict. If you feel really frustrated, like yes, you need to pay your bills, but it's really hard to make sure that you are keeping your job. You still have to take care of responsibilities with work and take care of yourself so that you can be your best self inside whatever you do for a living. So you really have to work at balancing that, even if it's just finding 5-minute pockets here and there. Okay, the third quarter growth period, we have loudspeaker. This is you really needing to communicate your needs. You are, let me go ahead and clarify this first before I speak more to it. The Magician, again, you can speak it into existence. And so just make sure that, you know, we have a reiteration of this card. Ask for what you need. If you need something taken off your plate, then you have to communicate that to whatever you believe in, whatever higher power you work with. Make sure that you're affirming, you know, I need time. I need more financial resources to make this happen. I need, you know, any number of things. So really, 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 I cannot emphasize that enough. And the fourth quarter growth period, we have feeling and form. This is really where you're bridging the gap between, you know, the energetic piece and then also the physical piece. So this is like the realization of, oh, right, I can speak things into existence. I can take it from a feeling into a physical form. And the clarifier for that is 7 of Swords. So it's going to take a little bit of trust and owning your ability to navigate the situation. And so what else do I want to say about that with the 7 of Swords? Understand that it's not something that can be solved overnight. It is something that is a practice. That's the main message that's coming through, is just the, you really looking at it like a, something that has a problem and a solution. And if you can kind of look at it like that, then it makes it easier to pick out the solutions and make it work for you. Sorry, my voice is going out a little bit. Okay, and then I have 2 3-card picks for you. If you have a specific question you can ask, or if you're just interested in getting some additional insight, go ahead and pick a card that's calling to you, or one of each, whatever you want. All right, first we have 8 of Coins again. So 3rd time's a charm. If you have not gathered from this reading that it's heavily work-based, if you haven't realized this is heavily a work spread, then I don't know what else to say, but we have work showing up again. So this is really going to be the focal point for you this month. And then this is also a reference when I'm interpreting this. You see how he has like his magic potion. He's making things happen. So we have another reference to manifestation in this card as well. So again, manifest, 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 manifest. Please, it will help you so much. Okay, card number 2, we have Death. This is transformation, starting a new beginning. It's kind of like your entire paradigm is shifting. So you're coming into a completely different state of being. And then if you're asking for a specific situation, then this means that there's going to be some type of change that's happening within the relationship or situation. Yes, if you're asking about work, it's definitely there's going to be a change happening. Card number 3, we have the Ace of Wands. So this is you having fun, enjoying yourself, having a good time. Really make sure that you are connecting with people who are really uplifting and enjoyable to be around, because that's going to feed your soul at this time. So make sure that you are taking the time to do that for yourself, and that you are just making time for fun. Make time for fun. That's what this is saying. Okay, so for the second set, I have the Empress. And this is you really shifting into your own femininity. Again, even though that was part of the deal with the core messages, this is saying that what's even more medicinal than anything else that I've brought up is you being gentle with yourself and with the people around you. So this is making space for forgiveness, not for anyone else, but just for yourself. Really working on the way you approach situations and relationships. If you're able to incorporate more of that feminine yin approach to those, then it's going to make things run a lot smoother for you. Card number 2, we have strength. This is perseverance, making sure that you are just, like, don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Make sure that you are, like, if you feel really defeated at work, there's always a solution. I promise you that miraculous things happen. There's always a solution. There's always a way to solve the problem. So make sure you're holding that for yourself. And then card number 3, we have the Hierophant. Okay, so this is you making sure that it's like there's a need for you to go by the book. And, there might be some formalities that you have to deal with in your, whether it be a legal issue or, changing jobs. It's like you kind of have to operate within the confines of an institution or a rule book. And so just make sure that you are going with the flow and not matching this with too much controlling energy. If you have a bunch of fixed energy in your chart, especially, I know that can be a challenge. But anywho, this is just kind of confirming that you're going to need to kind of come head to head with some type of institution, could be creating an obstacle. Okay, so that is all I have for this reading. And I just want to let everyone know before you go that I am going to be doing a 2018 love reading. And then since it's your guys' birthday, if you sign up for my newsletter, you're going to get your solar year reading at the end of your birthday month. And then the love readings are going to be coming out at the end of December. So make sure that you sign up for that if you're interested in either of those. They're not going to be on YouTube. They're completely private. So you have to sign up for my newsletter to get that. If you're looking to work with me one-on-one, all of the links for single questions and one-on-one sessions are in the description box. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And I hope you have a wonderful December, and I will see you next time.